Welcome back to my channel if you're new here. Hi, hello. So today I wanted to switch it up and not make a study tips video, but I wanted to make a college advice video. So as you can see from the title, this is a how to survive freshman year in college for in-person and online. So I wanted to give perspectives from both sides, considering that I have been in college on campus and I am currently an online student. So I have my tips in front of me, like the topics that I really want to talk about. So let's get right into the video. So first, I want to start off with in person. So if you are just going into college, or if you're already in college and you kind of want to refresh, this is definitely for you. So the first tip I really want to get in there is don't feel pressured to party. It is a really big thing in college, and especially in the movies, they make it seem like the party life is really important for you to have a good time in college. And trust me, you don't have to be a part of that crew. I am a homebody. I never went to a college party, even though my roommate was a sorority and a lot of my friends were in sorority. So, they're always throwing parties, and I was just not a part of that crowd, and it is totally okay. Now, if you're a party person and you want to enjoy, going out a little bit, you do that. But I just want to put that out there that if you're in college and you're just going into college, the parties are not important. That does not define your college experience. Second tip I want to touch on is it's okay to have a small group of friends. When I was on campus, I didn't know anyone except for one person, my roommate, and then I also had a friend from elementary school that we went to college together. We kept it really small. We did not have a big group of friends. I can literally count on my fingers. I think it was a total of 5 of us. Granted, I was on campus for only one semester because I did go to college in 2019, so that was during COVID time, and when COVID hit, they sent us all back home. And after I went home, they did online option for us, obviously, and I just never went back on campus after that. I actually became an online student, and that was that. So my experience for an entire semester, it was rough in the beginning, but as I started getting used to being there, my group of friends really pulled through. Just them making me feel more comfortable being on campus, especially if you're family oriented and you're a homebody on top of it. Being outside of your own room, out of your house, is very different when you're in a new environment with new people. So yeah, it can be a little challenging, but it's definitely worth it for anyone who is deciding if they want to be on campus or not. You can even commute if you want to, if you're in a range to do so, then do that. I really feel like being on campus is not bad, but you just really have to like the vibe of the campus, if you get what I'm saying. The next tip is for both, if you're in person and online, to always communicate with your professors. You never know the kind of connections that you can get from having a good relationship and good communication with your professors. Each professor that you get for your different classes, or however many classes you're taking, that can be a connection for you to build after you graduate. They can write you a letter for your job. They can recommend you to people. These are connections that you don't want to sever, and connections that you really want to build with your professors. These people could also change your perspective in life. They could really help you and guide you as well. I had an amazing professor. He was hilarious. He was so real, very blunt. He told you like what it was, and I really appreciated that. And he just made class not stressful, even though that class I was taking was very difficult. And he let us know. He literally told us the first day that no one's ever passed this class with an A. Guess who did that? Yeah. Okay. I would go to his office if I needed any help. He would be my go-to person, and I feel like he really helped with the difficulty of being on campus too. So he just made it fun, more enjoyable, even though I didn't really love the class, but like the teacher was cool. And I had some other friends on there that I made while being on campus. So always have a good communication with your professors, because you never know where those connections can take you after college. So next tip is, and you hear all the time, even in my study vlogs, even in my tip vlogs, stay organized. I cannot stress it enough. If you're online or in person, be organized, whether it's paper or, let me say, electronic. Have a planner. You need to plan out your things. Classwork, homework, discussions, you name it. You need to be writing these things down, because just like how they tell you in high school, this part is true. Your teachers, your professors, they're not here to hold your hand. They will not remind you. They will not send emails most of the time, especially if you're on campus. These things, you have to take accountability for yourself. So it's very, very important to stay organized and make sure that you are on top of your game. Now, these next tips are more towards online students, and I feel like it's very important to say these. I feel like those who are taking college classes online don't really go school shopping. Even though I didn't go school shopping, I wish I did. So I really want to put that out there, that even if you are deciding to be an online student, or if you're currently an online student and you are still in your undergrad, or even if you're a graduate student, go school shopping. You need these supplies too. Even if you are more of a digital person, it never hurts to have these supplies on deck. And that's low-key, high-key, the best part of school is the beginning, when you get to go school shopping, let's be for real. The next tip would be to stay on top of yourself. This goes hand in hand with staying organized. Being online, depending on your university, you may be asynchronous. So you may not have that Zoom call, that reminder from your teacher to make sure that you are submitting your work on time. Asynchronous, it's solely on you. You do not depend on anyone when you're an asynchronous student. I'm an asynchronous student, and let me tell you, sometimes you forget. And sometimes you think you did an assignment or reply to a peer in your discussion and you did it. Let me tell you, I've done that so many times. I've had my professors email me and they're like, you need to respond to students to get this points. I'll still let you do it. And I'm very grateful I had good professors to do that, because if not, yeah, let's move on. Another tip would be get a work area ready. When you're an online student, you definitely need that space in your room or your house, or anywhere in your house, to be able to study and do your work without getting distracted. Like I said in my study video, I believe, make your work area comfy. Be in comfortable clothes. Make routines for yourself. These things are really going to help when you're an online student, and it's also going to motivate you to want to do it. This is how you start to romanticize school, is when you have an area that you really love, that you're able to study and work and be focused. And I think my last tip for online students would be to find a hobby, or if you already have a hobby or a healthy habit, continue those things. You are online, so you don't get that luxury of being on campus and doing things every day and seeing people all the time. You're literally in your house doing schoolwork on your own. So if you had hobbies before, continue those hobbies. If you work out, set time in that day to work out even though you're in school. Or if you are an artistic person, you love to paint, set time for you to continue doing those hobbies, because that's only going to make school and being an online student more fun. Just because you start school doesn't mean you have to throw away the things that you enjoy doing before you started. Continue those things. It makes it more fun. It makes your day different. You don't want a repetitive cycle of the same thing, because it's going to be boring. And I'm actually like, I need to find a hobby. I mean, I am a graduate student and I've been doing fine so far. During my undergrad, I was actively working out. I actually had a schedule with my dad and my sister, and we'd go to the gym and we'd work out, and that would be something I would look forward to. But that beginning process of working out, it's like sometimes you fall out of it, and I was the one to fall out of it, so I don't currently do that. I want to get back into it, but I didn't, so there's that. So I'm currently finding that new hobby while I have my couple months left of school, and I'm so excited to graduate. But yeah, these tips, whether you're in person or online, these tips will really help you. This advice would really help incoming freshmen, and I know how it feels. It can be so nerve-wracking, especially if you're going on campus around new people, living with new people, might I add. That is something that, can make you anxious, nervous, and that's completely normal. But I also want to reiterate that you do not need to change yourself to fit into the college standards or what you see in the movies, because those are not realistic. It can be, but it doesn't have to be for you. So if you're a homebody, you like to be to yourself, continue to be to yourself. But I do want to add, while being yourself, do not be afraid to branch out and try new things. When I was on campus, I joined a dance team. I joined the Pacific Asian club, which is just learning about everyone's cultures and ethnic backgrounds. We watched movies, we ate food, and I love that. I kept myself busy, and if it was one of those days where I didn't have dance practice, or if the club wasn't meeting up, then I'm in my room chilling or watching a K-drama, or I'm watching a movie, or I'm on the phone with my family, which is every night. So yes, do not change yourself to fit in, because you don't need to fit in. It's actually better to branch out and be different and just be yourself. And yeah, I hope this advice was helpful to all the incoming freshmen and to those who just needed a little refresh while you are completing your undergraduate. I just want to say that you guys can do it, and I'm extremely proud of how far you came. So yes, thank you so much for coming back to my channel and watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I see a lot of you guys are watching my videos, but you're forgetting to hit the subscribe button, so don't forget to do that. Yeah. So I will see you guys in the next